IMPD began issuing body-worn cameras to officers in 2020. Body-worn cameras are designed to increase transparency, ensure accountability, and enhance public trust by effectively using captured video. Additionally, the camera footage can be used to highlight the realities of police work, used in administrative and criminal investigations, and to improve training and policies. Body-worn cameras, while valuable tools, only capture a portion of an officer's field of view. In addition, the body-worn camera video clarity is limited when compared to the human eye. IMPD uses body-worn cameras that are designed to self-activate if certain standards are met. For example, a camera will activate when an officer arrives within 500 feet of a dispatch run, begins to run, violently shakes during a physical altercation, the camera is in a horizontal position for an extended period of time, if an officer activates emergency equipment within his or her patrol vehicle, or if an officer activates the camera by using a remote. The camera is attached to the officer's uniform, mid-level, in the chest area. The lens is fixed and does not capture everything that is seen and/or experienced by the officer. Once the body-worn camera is activated, it has a 30-second buffer during which the audio is not activated, but the video is. This feature allows the video to capture sudden incidents where either the body-worn camera self-activates and/or the officer manually activates it. This critical incident video details an officer-involved shooting that occurred on May 2nd, 2024 at approximately 2:18 p.m. Preliminary information is being presented in this video with the intention of increasing public understanding of what occurred. This investigation is still in its early stages. It may take a year or longer for the investigative process to be completed. Understanding of the incident may change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. Warning: the following video contains graphic images and language. It is not suitable for all viewers. Just after 2 p.m., IMPD received a 911 call regarding a man waving a gun and threatening to shoot people near a housing complex in the 600 block of East 38th Street.
What's going on?
There's a guy outside the facility waving a gun at people, saying that he's a felon and claiming that he will shoot people.
Security camera video captured the man, later identified as 35-year-old Lamar Qualls, walking around the perimeter of the housing complex. Responding IMPD officers received an update from dispatch regarding an additional 911 caller in the 3900 block of Broadway Street. The caller said a man matching Mr. Qualls' description was on her front porch waving a gun and making threats.
There is an intruder. He's a black male with tattoos, about, probably 5'8", and he has a gun. He just put it in front of my face and cranked it up against a metal bar to let me know it's real. He's currently on my porch trying to, solicit electronics for sale, but he's kind of, babbling off crazy stuff.
Officers Buck and Flick arrived at the 911 caller's home to find Mr. Qualls on the porch. Officer Flick was the first to approach and can be heard telling Mr. Qualls to put his hands up. Mr. Qualls pointed a firearm at Officer Flick. Officer Flick discharged his service weapon, followed by Officer Buck.
Recording.
Control, shots fired.
Shots fired, 604 East 38th Street.
What was that? Police active shooting. Alright.
Police active shooting, 604 East 38th Street.
When Officer Flick stepped onto the porch, Mr. Qualls was sitting in a chair and holding a gun in his right hand. Mr. Qualls raised the gun and pointed it at Officer Flick.
You're fine. You know me. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't what I think it is. If I'm wrong, tell me, please. Bro, hands up! Stop. Hands up!
The following is a portion of the previous video paused and highlighted. It shows Mr. Qualls pointing the gun at Officer Flick and the firearm sliding across the patio floor.
Bro. Hands up! Stop. Hands up!
Officer Flick's body-worn camera was not activated until after he discharged his service weapon. Officers waited for additional assistance before approaching Mr. Qualls.
Recording.
He just dropped it.
Additional officers arrived at the scene. As officer number 3 approached the home, Mr. Qualls' firearm was visible on the patio stairs. The preliminary investigation indicates damage to the magazine was caused by a round from one of the officers. The impact caused Mr. Qualls to lose possession of the firearm, which then landed on the stairs.
Background. We're up here.
Just need somebody to grab hands. We got to do it for us.
I got hands.
Is the scene safe for Maddie?
On me.
Yep.
Where's the gun? Over here.
April.
Officers secured Mr. Qualls and began medical aid until the arrival of Indianapolis Emergency Medical Services. Mr. Qualls was transported to Methodist Hospital, where he later died. No officers or uninvolved citizens were injured in this incident. The incident is being investigated by IMPD's Critical Incident Response Team. A separate and independent investigation will be conducted by IMPD's Internal Affairs Unit to ensure compliance with department policy. The Marion County Prosecutor's Office is being consulted throughout the investigative process. This incident will be reviewed by the Civilian Majority Use of Force Review Board. This occurs after the conclusion of the criminal process.